go live, Tom.
We're live.
We are live.
We are live.
I am just so excited for this Hallmark Kansas City Chiefs movie.
It's going to be beautiful.
It is going to be so perfect to describe how I feel about the Chiefs.
You love
Just
them.
take the worst production company on earth and let them make a movie about the Chiefs that only our moms will appreciate.
Do you think you'll fall in love with the Chiefs? I think you should star in it. I know you said as the villain, but I think you should be the protagonist. You come home. Oh, man, Colorado boy now. Go back. Go to Kansas City. And you fall in love with the Kansas City Chiefs all over again.
What if I don't fall in love with the girl? I fall in love with the city. That would be even worse.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't fall in love. You already have Jess. You can't have that. Plus, that's real life.
Well, it's a movie.
No. It's real life.
There will be an on-screen kiss.
Yes, there will be an on-screen kiss, but you have to kiss a building. And it's open mouth. It is.
The clock tower. Let me dry hump that clock tower in Kansas City.
Wow, okay, so the relationship is progressing.
1.21 gigawatts!
We here.
We're still.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. Yeah.
Still
I'm
thinking
tired,
about that clock
Brandon. I'm tired. I'm so tired. 7 hours of lore. We didn't get done till like 1:30 in the morning. And I started at like 6:30 at night. It was
That's a lot.
I'm tired. I'm a good amount tired here. But we're gonna keep going tonight. Coach season 4, we're getting through the lore. And it's perfect because I just know how long it's gonna take you. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You know what's gonna be great, Brandon? Let's go. What's gonna be great?
I've got support in my Discord that says I don't have to watch it.
That's fine.
I've got some people that say I do have to watch it, but
Exactly. So what I'm going to say is that if you outlive me, which I think there is a relatively good chance.
I certainly will outlive you.
Yeah, right. Like it's just going to. So what's going to be great though is if you outlive me, all the guilt that will be there to watch the lore. So basically you just have to shame Perna when I'm dead.
No.
For him to live stream it.
No.
You could do it for charity, and it'll be this beautiful bonding of remembering Tom Grossi, but know internally that you're suffering, and I will know that, and that will allow my soul to rest.
When I am the paid featured speaker at your funeral, the one thing I will say...
The paid.
Yeah, it's going to be paid.
It's coming out of my estate.
Yeah, I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to take super chats, answer questions about dead Tom. I'm going to say the one thing I was thankful for.
Wait, so it's the funeral's
I
live
never
streamed.
watched Coach. Tom did a lot of great things. The greatest thing he ever did was not forcing me to watch Coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I think it's bad.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I'm just saying it's long.
It's long.
It's just long.
It's long. Yeah, it's long.
It could be Oscar worthy. And I'd be like, ooh, that's a lot of time.
It's a commitment.
Thanks, Kevin. Also, fuck off, Kevin. The Broncos are not finishing last.
Oh, yeah. Wait, listen, all you have to do, Posse, is that when I'm dead and gone and we've raised millions of dollars for charity and all this great stuff and the world's falling apart, the last thing that Brandon needs to do before the water wars is watch Coach. He's got to watch all the sagas. Gotta watch Coach. It'll be great. And I think so. Wait, real quick, when you were saying about super chats and stuff, so my funeral's gonna be live streamed, and or
hell
you
yeah.
just okay. So you're live streaming it. It's on your
Yo,
channel. Though.
$100. I show you the open casket. $100 to see the open casket.
It's $500. You have to show my dead feet. Like this is just how it works. This is it.
No,
that it's the complete
it'll
and
be.
total.
What's the most somebody can do on a super chat? That's what it would be for dead feet.
It's 500. So it's 500 unless
it is 500.
Yeah, 500 for YouTube. Yeah. So
okay, crazy.
Let's go. Listen, you got it. Yeah, Perna's behind on the bust. Perna's got to watch the lore. There's so many.
If somebody
things.
just shows me where to have the bust made, I will gladly get that done.
Because that doesn't require. You're like, I could just throw money at that problem. I don't have to dedicate time for that one.
Where do I get a metal worker, a forger of iron and whatever we make your statue out of? What was it?
It was
gold
supposed to be. I don't think either of us want that. It was supposed to be bronze, but then Rachel said that she could do a 3D printing of my head.
Oh yeah. I'll get Rachel to do it.
There you go. Yes, man. What a petty. For the kitty.
He's gonna have such a shitty year.
Jordan Love got engaged because he's about to get paid.
Why, Jordan?
What do you mean he's gonna suck now?
Engaged? He's already got the girl. He's got nothing to prove now. She should have said no. She should have said, "Go win me a Super Bowl, then I'll say yes."
Listen, he just wanted to get this ring first, and then he's gonna go get the other one. That's it.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, if I lose today, oh well, I'm still in love." I do not like a young quarterback romantically satisfied. Stock down on Jordan Love.
I love sex.
It's gonna disappear, Jordan. I don't know if you know how marriage works, Jordan. Don't know.
So I just want to be very clear that you are trending down on Jordan Love this season because he just got engaged.
Yeah, easily. Too young. How old are you, Jordan? Go live your fucking life, dude.
Hey, they seem fantastic together.
I'm kidding. I'm sure they're happy and they're going to have a long marriage.
Brandon.
With no problems.
Okay. You can't.
Why would you be an NFL QB and get married? That's all I'm saying. Until you're like 30 plus. Do you know what's out there for you? Literally the entire world. You can have any man or woman you want, Jordan. On the road. And now, look. We just finished a script about the Dallas Cowboys and the places that script that those guys went. I'm not saying to go there, Jordan, but whole world's out there for you.
This went places. I don't know where, but yeah, congratulations to Jordan Love. That's
I'm happy for him.
That's pretty great. Hey. Enjoy family night.
You don't want any distractions. You don't need any distractions. Just focus on football and family. Faith, family, football. That's all you need.
Green Bay Packers, baby. Come on now. We're going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Thank you.
Not on all bets. Just on ones that are going to cost me 24 hours of my time.
Or less. Oh, the apology. That's the thing, too. I also have, like three. I have 3 clickbait punishments.
An apology song?
I don't even remember what that one was for. I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, that one did go into the ether.
There's a few that were like, okay, they just need to. Hey, that's right. We got new Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. They avoided the reverse sweep. Really good game. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I popped in the stream.
You did pop in the stream. That was right. Yes, you did. It was good. I really liked the game. Tree's also really good at hockey play-by-play.
Yeah. You know, we still don't know what kind of music he listens to, which we got to get down.
We got to find out. We have to find out.
But he is like,
it's true.
He's got a different gear for that. And it's so fast. And he knows all the names. That's the tricky part with hockey.
Yeah, well, it's super fast paced, and he knows all the names. It's like he's just super informed, and like, yeah, he does it well. He does it really, really well. It was awesome. It was cool to see. It was funny because I logged in, like there was 5 and Tree, and once the game started, Tree was like, just like going like rapid fire, and like 5 is just kind of sitting there, and it's like, oh, and I'm just sitting there. I was like, I want to eat dinner, but I don't want to interrupt this because it's just continuously like bam, 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 bam. So, okay.
It's a weird thing to be in, like as a group for like that type of street, like hockey. Like there's no room to talk except for commercials.
Correct.
Because like the NFL, you can talk about there's like a break every
so much downtime.
8 seconds. There's,
There you go.
Starstatues.com. Supposedly. You said to you, like, don't say, I want guarantees. Don't supposedly me. Try this website. They'll definitely, maybe get you what you need.
Hey, listen, I ordered a Head and Shoulders shampoo mascot costume from China that took months to get here. So,
yeah,
anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
It's true. The muffins. It's true.
Guys, I'm kidding too. I'm happy for Jordan Love. Gosh.
Exactly.
The best decision I ever made was getting married, guys. Come on.
Demetrius, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The coach is better than the Broncos. That's just
now
facts.
Those are fighting words.
Okay, I'm sorry. You've enjoyed these last couple seasons?
I enjoy what I enjoy, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to not enjoy.
That's fine. We're just telling you what to enjoy.
Yeah, I've had some moments that I've enjoyed. Overall results? No. That win streak was tight.
Russell Wilson storyline. Satisfied with that conclusion?
Only if he brings Tree similar pain.
What was that? What did you say?
Only if he brings Tree similar pain.
I don't know if it was for anybody else. The audio got messed up when you said Tree, so it was like it came through. So that was phenomenal. That woke me up. All right, so we're 12 minutes into this episode. Let's start talking about the stuff and the things. So we're going to kind of go through the AFC West today and break down who we think is going to win the division, what the standings are going to be, give some arguments as to why the Broncos are going to finish in last place, and just kind of talk through it. And I have a feeling, Perna, if I was to guess right this second, you would say Chiefs first, then you'd say Chargers, then you'd say Broncos, then you'd say Raiders, yeah?
Yeah, probably something like that.
All right, well, the show's over. Folks, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
All right, so,
yeah.
Perna, let me start off with an easy one. Let me just throw a floater to you.
Okay.
Is there any possibility that the Chiefs don't win the division this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes, week 1, hurt. Easy. They don't win. I'm not saying I wish for that. I'm not saying I want that to happen, to be very, very clear. Okay? Do not put words in my mouth. Don't even put fake thoughts in my brain. It's football. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Travis Kelce decides not to play because he's just going to be a backup dancer for Taylor Swift for all of her next tour. Okay? But if Patrick Mahomes is healthy, then it's going to be really hard to say somebody else wins that division. Why? Because they won the Super Bowl last year. And they didn't have any standout or dominant receiver. And the one guy they did have who was looking pretty good might be suspended half the season in Rashee Rice. They add Xavier Worthy, of course, the fastest guy on earth. I don't think it's going to work out the way we think in terms of like Worthy being this unguardable sort of player.
Sure, I could totally understand that too.
I think
First-year
Hollywood
receiver.
Brown's going to have a big season for the Chiefs. Like,
Okay.
and like I said at the time, like that signing didn't like terrify me. But I feel like if there's going to be a guy who steps up in Rice's absence, it's going to be Hollywood Brown. And I feel like people are going to be talking about, oh, God, Hollywood Brown's a lot better than we thought this year.
Sure.
I think that's what's going to happen versus like Xavier Worthy, being the next like Tyreek Hill, which I feel like every year the Chiefs are looking for like a super fast dude that can replace his production. They do it by committee, but they haven't found like that guy.
Yeah. No, I get that. And again, like first-year receiver coming out, and you just don't know how well he's going to do. I'm curious to see how they're going to utilize him. I imagine he's just going to stretch the field a lot. But
yeah,
I mean, for the Chiefs, yeah, barring any injury, like I feel like this is one of the easier divisions to be like, yeah, they're likely going to win it, because I just don't think the Raiders' defense, I'm really curious to see. Their offense, I think, could be solid, but their defense is what is going to win them games. The Broncos, a lot of question marks there. I'm being nice. And then the Chargers, I know you have a good amount of faith in the Chargers, but for the got a little itch. But for the Chargers this season, I just don't think they're going to be like incredible. I don't think they're going to be amazing. They'll be like, the coaching will be good, but I think that they got to get a few more pieces before they're going to be insanely competitive. So.
Yeah. I think with the Chiefs, nobody's talking about Ethan Driscoll, Let's talk about Ethan Driscoll for a second, Tom.
Let's talk about Driscoll.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Neither do I. Oh, I thought somebody would know. Tom. Ooh, Colonel Powell. Is this Colonel Powell? Wait a second. They got Montreal, Washington.
There you go. This is Perno looking at the Chiefs roster going, uh-oh. Yo, they're going to have Worthy return special teams. Like, oh, that's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Look at this cool car. Look at this cool car by Honda.
What are you doing? Trainer's giving you a compliment, by the way, on your Shannon Sharp video.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. In a long time. Damn,
you've been having garbage recently.
Man.
But I
do like 3 videos every week, so I know sports media well. I wish there were more Skip Baylesses out there to rip on.
Perna, real quick before we jump back into the Chiefs, have you been to any railroad attractions in Colorado?
Railroad attractions?
Yep.
My dad worked for the railroad, so it's like in my blood.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know. That's what the question is.
Oh. The Silverton Loop or the Georgetown Loop? No, but we were talking about doing the train ride through the Royal Gorge. I'll do some train rides. You want some train content? I
would love to see you do train content.
Choo choo, baby.
Can you bring your dad on and just have like a 3-hour interview with him about trains?
Oh, easily.
I
was actually, we were over there this weekend, and he's got this giant outbuilding. Yeah. And he's got this loft he built up there, and there's like an old table up there, and he's just got this old map. It's like the map of the United States, but it's his railroad map. So it just shows where like all the railroad are. And Carmi and I were up there playing, and I was showing her the map. I was like, these are lines of trains. She goes, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, is it? Now we know. Trains are indeed cool.
Oh, no. Trains are cool. I mean, I'm sorry. You ever watched Thomas the Tank Engine before?
I was a little engine that could guy, so no.
Did
Fuck
they have
Thomas the Train.
They have a feud where you could enjoy both?
Nope. Little engine that could, or get the hell out.
That's fair. I was a child, so It's true. No, we're not hoping or saying. Hoping's not the right word. We're not saying anybody's getting it. Perna does this for every single QB. Every single.
No,
You did
not
this for
everyone.
Joe Burrow. You did this for the.
Well,
the
he's got a
Lions.
history of it. Joe Burrow had 2 injuries last year. He's missed a whole season with an ACL. That one's fair. That one's fair.
Listen, now this is what the people really want. This is the train content.
Oh, look at that. They got Morris projected to start at left tackle. He was one of the guys who had the marijuana in the state of Kansas. Unfortunate. And I am pro marijuana. I'm pro legalization. But I hope Morris gets punished to the fullest extent by the NFL.
Of course, you say the
Can't
law.
play all
Okay.
season.
Okay.
Can't play all season.
That makes sense.
Sorry, you got arrested in Kansas. Can't play at tackle. Yeah, it's just like the Chiefs are going to be better. And if they're going to be better than winning the Super Bowl, like what does that mean? Defense is still going to be very good. I think the loss of oh my God, L'Jarius Sneed, thank you, Brain. That'll be something they can manage, but I think it's a little bit bigger than they want to, I think, give credit for. Like Sneed was really good, but they got Chris Jones back. I think Karlaftis is already good, and it
Furious
feels like
George.
he's just like on like in my mind trajectory like for a breakout season this year. Their linebackers, I hate them. There's just too many, and they're all good. Trent McDuffie was great at corner. Justin Reed can kick field goals if needed. They might use him on kickoffs because Butker is too scared to tackle. So, you know. And they brought in Matt Ariza after he was cleared of some heinous accusations. And before that, he was considered one of the better punting prospects in like a decade. So,
1,000,000%.
Yeah, they're going to win the division.
So, I mean, because right now for the Chiefs, it doesn't, they are, because I know we've had this conversation about like dynasties and all that great stuff. They're just in a really good spot to continue doing well because their division is still trying to figure it out. Right?
Sure.
Like the Raiders made like the big splashy move. They brought in Devontae Adams a few years ago. Like, okay, we're going to do this. Then Carr went away. And then they've kind of been in this limbo. Now, no more Josh Jacobs. And again, I like, of course, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew's great. And I think he's going to play pretty good football this season. For me, the Raiders' shot is the defense because their defense started to look really, really good at the end of last year. I really liked how they were playing. Brought back Pierce. I just don't know about their offense. Their offense is definitely questionable by a lot.
I mean, they haven't. They made like splashy moves, except for at quarterback. No offense to the man I wish I was, Gardner Minshew. And he can be effective. He had the Colts, a game out last year. Offensive coordinator coming over is Luke Getsy, right? Not sure there. But like you're banking on Gardner Minshew just keeping the Raiders in games, not doing anything stupid. He can definitely do that. He gets a bit of a boost, I think, in terms of his weapons. Like Devontae Adams, he's never played with a receiver like Devontae.
Correct.
Michael Pittman was very good last year, but and I think Jacoby Myers is a really underrated receiver. So I feel like you're right. I feel like their offense is going to be functional. And their defense proved to be very good last year. Let's see if you can maintain that.
Mm-hmm.
Maintaining like top 5 level play from a defense year over year is tough.
And they brought in Wilkins. I know he's
that was a big addition.
Bit older, but I mean, he's just going to make that line more insane.
He's not that old. What's he, like 28?
Yeah, he's basically on death's door.
Let's see here. Yeah, 28. Dang.
Yeah, basically on death's door.
I should work at a state fair and guess people's ages.
How old am I?
You are 36.
No.
4.
No.
5.
No.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
You shouldn't work at a state fair.
Yeah, you're too close to me, though. My judgment is skewed. You're mature beyond your years. You know? I'm not going to have that info.
You just said I look old. That was the nice way to be like, you
no,
look like trash, Tom. So that's why.
Yeah. Here's a question.
No, yeah.
How do you think Brock Bowers is going to do? Year 1, rookie.
I'm more.
They have 2 very talented tight ends. That could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Mayer, I'm more curious to see how he's going to develop in his second year. But Bowers, yeah, I imagine they're just going to, because he's not going to be the blocking tight end. Like, he's going to be the receiving guy. It's like, can he have a breakout season like we saw last year with a couple of tight ends? They're usually the exception and not the rule. Again, like, this offense is just interesting. It's a very...
Yeah, Mayer had 27 receptions last year, 2 touchdowns, 304 yards. I feel like Michael Mayer, his production will go up a little bit. And I'm curious to see how they use Brock Bowers. Like, is he actually going to be tight end most of the time?
Just throw him as
or are they going to treat him more like a receiver?
I would assume
because
receiver.
If you have Michael Mayer, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, and Brock Bowers out there, there's some nice targets.
I mean, we'll have a chance to prove it. Because, yeah, AOC is still sitting back there, like, which is good to learn behind Minshew.
Is this blasphemy?
Yep, this is all right. I'm just gonna
take that back, Demokes.
Yep.
You take it back now.
You did that. Yep.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Ever heard of them? Minshew was pretty good down in Jacksonville, wasn't he? Pretty sure he has almost identical stats to Trevor Lawrence through their first however many games. Don't you dare say he is trash. That's more of a knock on Luke Getsy. You're saying Luke Getsy is trash, basically. You're saying Shane Steichen can coach Gardner Minshew, but Luke Getsy can't. Now, I think there's something there with Aiden O'Connell, but once they gave him the keys, wasn't like he was good. He looked nice in the preseason. He looked better than pretty much every quarterback in the preseason. But
find you somebody who defends.
If I see trash next to Gardner Minshew, I'm going to report you to the FBI, CIA, police, fire department. I'm going to tell EMTs to not go to your house. Blasphemy. I'm going to report to the priests, to the preachers, to the rabbis, all of them. You will. Oh. You can talk trash about my football team. Phew. Don't you fucking say that about Gardner Minshew. He's in the thumbnail, for Christ's sake. Oh, yeah. He had exactly. He had an ankle sprain. Big deal.
Perna, the hair was wild in 2021.
Yeah. It was I didn't get a haircut for a long time.
Well, that was
it 2021 or was that 2020? When were we at?
This is 2021. So this is the fall of 21. Well, Carmi was born that year in 21 or
2020.
Okay.
Yeah, it was lockdown hair.
Yeah, that was a time. That was a time, my friend. We were reminiscing while we were watching that. Okay, sorry. Continue. Right. We went on a
so like the Raiders, they have an intriguing roster to me.
I think they
it's
finish
like
higher
if you throw
than the Broncos.
What's that?
Okay, continue.
If you throw Justin Herbert there, you're starting to say, oh, maybe they can usurp the Chiefs. You, Simon, FBI, start looking into Simon Zamet.
Anyway, what I said
I'm
was
gonna tweet it right now. I'm gonna tweet it. FBI, start looking into Simon Zamet. Simeon. I'm gonna get it spelled right too. Zamet. Damn it, Zamet. You've been told.
Literally, it's Simeon. Yeah, it's all right.
Simeon?
Yeah.
Well, I know a quarterback named Trevor Simeon, and he spells it different than that. Come on, guys. Anyway, you've been reported to the FBI, motherfucker. Oh, when they call you, you tell them why. All right, let's see. We got Raiders. Now we need.
So where do you have
Chargers.
them finishing in the division?
I honestly, I have them finishing third.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Maybe fourth.
No. I have the
Maybe
Raiders.
fourth.
I have them above the Broncos.
Yeah, you can put the Broncos down bottom. That's fine. I wouldn't say that, yes, man.
I mean, it'll just make it more difficult to like fly places.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, the Raiders got a lot better by getting rid of Josh McDaniels, but that boost happened mid-season. I think there's a lot of pressure on Antonio Pierce now to keep doing what he did. But yeah, I mean, it's as simple as we don't know. There's question marks about the quarterback. See? Told you I was going to do it.
Oh, God.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
Continue. Yeah. Sorry, Broncos. I'll put that back up there. The Broncos are just like... Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about the Chargers. The Chargers, for me, like, they lost a bunch of guys in the offseason, obviously. Wide receivers lacking at current moment.
First of all, Cornelius Johnson, just move him up to wide receiver 1.
Lad McConkey, I mean, come on now. McConkey, come on. You got to get...
If your name is Cornelius, you are about to take the league by storm.
Mm-hmm.
I used to call my sister Cornelius when we were children.
Hey, there you go.
It was a name Will Ferrell would always use. It's such a strong name. I think Lad McConkey is also a very nice fantasy value pick.
I agree with that.
It
was dope.
I think he can have a big role with the Chargers. Quentin Johnston is going to be better than he was last year as a rookie. It's just like there's all the like where the Raiders question mark is at quarterback, the Chargers question marks are at receiver, right?
Yeah.
And last year, I think like if you are somebody who believes like Justin Herbert is really, really good, and I think he's really good, I've got questions about him. But you have to believe he's going to elevate these receivers with a better head coach. Like we saw Mahomes do that last year, made it work with the receivers he's had. And I think people think Justin Herbert's that good. You've got to kind of believe it about these guys, even though Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are gone. And Mike Williams always hurt. So, I think I don't know if we're undervaluing their receivers, but I think they're going to perform better than a lot of people want to give them credit for.
Yeah, I'm curious of just like what kind of offense it's going to look like, right? So they go after Joe Alt. They bring in both former Baltimore running backs, which I love Gus the Bus and I love J.K. Dobbins. The guys just can't stay healthy, and I've rooted for them so hard, man. And like, I hope that they find like success here. But I think behind a better O-line, Herbert's going to have time, and I agree with you. I think they'll be able to spread the ball around a little bit more. If they're really going to start committing to the run, I'm excited to see what that looks like. I think it's just going to take at least a season or two to get to like running their kind of play style that Harbaugh wants to run. I think they'll be competitive because they have Herbert. They have, some good guys on the squad. But again, I don't think they're winning the division. I would be pleasantly surprised if they made the wild card. In like a gauntlet of the AFC, I just don't know if they have like everybody they need yet.
I think adding Joe Alt on the opposite side of Rashawn Slater, I think their offensive line is going to be better. And if you're doing a better job protecting Justin Herbert, and he has dealt with injuries the last 2 seasons as well, I think just that part of it's going to pay dividends. And that's why, like, I'm less worried about their receiving group. Defense now, like, that's what's let them down over the last forever, really.
Yeah.
Like, they're always supposed to be good. Joey Bosa continues to be one of the most overrated edge rushers out there. Khalil Mack was great last year.
Yes, he was.
Surprisingly, like, just very good. So we'll see. I think it's going to take time for the team to assume the identity that Harbaugh wants. But I think, like the Raiders losing McDaniels, they've got a big upgrade in the coaching department. And
sure,
maybe that doesn't pay full dividends this year, but I think a lot of people are off the Chargers finally in the offseason. They're not winning the offseason for the first time in a decade, which is also a good sign for the Chargers. You're building kind of in the right, boring way. You've got your quarterback building the trenches.
Yep.
And they're going to run the piss out of the football. If like Dobbins doesn't stay healthy, Gus Edwards doesn't stay healthy, they will find a guy to carry the ball a lot. And that's Austin Eckler was talking about why he left the Chargers. And he was like, they want like a guy to carry the rock 300 times. He's like, that's just not the type of running back I am. I think he was on Kay Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept referring to himself in the third person, which was kind of weird. But
hey.
They're going to be a run first team. So I think life for Justin Herbert will be easier next year.
Sure. And you just got to hope that everybody stays healthy.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's every team, but
just for their particular running back room.
And they do have Cameron Dicker, the kicker.
Hey, J.K. Scott, former Packers punter.
J.K. Rawling. J.K.
All right, so where do you have them?
I'll put them at 2.
You haven't finishing second?
Chiefs, Chargers.
Okay. All right, and then go to the Broncos. Let's finish up with the Denver Broncos. Come on now.
We got Throckmorton.
That's a good name.
It's just such a good name.
It's a great name. It really is.
Interesting, they have Luke Wattenberg ahead of Alex Forsythe. Forsythe snapped the ball to Bo Nix at Oregon, so we'll see.
Zach Wilson got a makeover.
Dude, he looking so fucking hot. I mean, based on his look alone, I would start him. I would start him week 1 just based on this, honestly.
Who do you think starts week 1?
This man.
There we go.
This man right here.
Yep.
Look at that. I see 40 touchdowns from that guy. You know what this guy would not do? Get married right before the season or engaged. Not this man. This man knows. There's a lot of bars out there. Where the women are old. And he's going to find them.
That's a makeover. Yeah,
He
his
just
hair
looks serious. He looks ready to go. The hair, look at that. That hair's not thinning. That hair's not thinning anytime soon. Not at all time.
So here you go, Perna. If you had to rank the teams in the AFC West based off of you personally, how you feel, how masculine each quarterback is, what are the rankings? I feel like
Well,
Raiders
Gardner
are,
Minshew's one.
yeah, Raiders are number one, right? Raiders got to be number one.
Yeah. He's testosterone and estrogen. That's how masculine he is.
It's true.
Huh. I'd have to go Jarrett Stidham as 2.
Above Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is more of a pretty boy masculine, you know?
Got it. This is the content you all came to see.
Yeah.
Herbert
Minshew?
or Mahomes?
Minshew, Stidham, Nix, Mahomes, Herbert.
Wow. Okay. Hey. All right. Okay. Interesting. Interesting to know. Anyway, who the
Look.
hell's starting week 1 for you?
I think it's Bo Nix, unless something horrible happens in the preseason.
You think they're just going to throw him right out there?
Yeah. You're not throwing that guy out there. He's taken 100,000 snaps as a starting quarterback. More snaps than any college football quarterback ever. So, like, there's no reason to be like, this guy needs more time to learn. He has learned. He's picking up the playbook quickly. If you listen to one Peyton Manning, who is also still very involved with the Broncos, he is a firm believer in playing your rookie quarterbacks. I just think, like, the only reason Bo Nix doesn't start week 1 is if, like, he in the preseason shows like he doesn't understand the playbook. Like, that's the only thing that's going to stop it. And you get no benefit from starting any of the other guys. Unless, like, if the preseason Zach Wilson looks like a god out there. And I mean, he already looks like one. Unless he plays like a god out there.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix will start week 1. It's this roster for me is so tricky. Like, as a fan, I'm trying to separate, like, how I would look at this if it were your team versus how I look at it as my team.
Yeah.
Because as a Broncos fan, I'm like, look, Troy Franklin, he's going to hook up with Bo Nix. They're going to fucking tear it up, those two guys. Cortland Sutton made Russell Wilson last year.
True.
There's Bo Nix's security blanket. Javonte Williams wasn't his best season last year, but he came back from a horrific knee injury. Like, his knee injury was worse than we thought. He is going to be back to form. Audric Estime, punishing running back. This guy plus Javonte, they are going to brutalize opposing defenses. They are going to wear their asses out behind an underrated offensive line. Then we get John Franklin Myers over from the Jets, a steal. We didn't need to make splash moves in free agency because we got a huge move in the draft by bringing JFM in. Patrick Surtain, also the best corner in the league. After that, even as a fan, I got a lot of questions. Alex Singleton, love him, but what's our linebacking core? Baron Browning he is a very good pass rusher, but we need to see it consistently for a full season. Underrated, Jonathan Cooper. Jaquan McMillan had a nice rookie season, kind of came out of nowhere. But it's like, I'm not sold on anything.
Yeah.
Is that because I've just been beaten down by this team for the last 7 years?
Be true. Yeah.
It's, there's, I don't know, man. Everything comes down to Bo Nix. This team outside of Surtain doesn't feel like it has any stars. You know what I mean? There's no, like, allure.
Yeah.
I
hope Sutton just continues to light it up.
I do too. Like, and that's the thing. We got Sutton. He's really good. Tim Patrick, we've been
Timmy P?
rooting for 2 back-to-back seasons of season-ending injuries. Like, there's a lot of good dudes here. Hey, maybe Justin Simmons out there somewhere. Let's bring him back. But like, I don't know, man. This roster to me, it feels like we've stripped it down.
Yes.
Now we got to build it back up slowly.
Exactly. I think what is going to be the make or break is if your O-line is good. If your O-line is good, because like I remember talking to you last year too, and like there was legit hype about Javonte Williams. It was like, okay, like this is going to be really, really good. And the season just didn't. The whole offense did not perform the way you thought they would. Yeah, Estime's cool. Like I talked to him at the draft too. Like he's gonna destroy people. I'm excited to see him play. Yeah, you have similar run styles for like all 3 of your guys that you kind of have there. Which is
these first 3 are just like we're gonna punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, we're literally just gonna continue to punch you in the face, right?
It's the interesting thing, like, because Jaleel McLaughlin also flashed for the Broncos. They draft Estime. They've paid P. Ryan. Like, I feel like one of these guys is they're not going to keep 4 running backs on the active roster. I wouldn't imagine. So I don't know what they do there. That's like one position group they're going to have a tough decision to make. But their line's good. It was good last year, but we had a veteran quarterback who doesn't know how to not take sacks. Like, Bo Nix should be the opposite of that. Get rid of the ball quickly. Make quick decisions. That's going to help an already decent line. So,
yeah, I mean, again, there's just question marks. You bring in a rookie quarterback, like you said. I think you stripped down the roster for parts for most of it, and now it's about building it back up. And like you can identify, like, hey, maybe Troy Franklin is gonna be good, or maybe Tim Patrick is gonna like bounce back and be. Maybe Josh Reynolds is gonna flash, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of potential. I just think that you're in this spot similar to the Chargers, without the franchise quarterback, at least that you know of yet, without that. And like, yeah, it's just going to be a learning curve and just trying to figure it out this season. Like, you're kind of just like throwing your hands up and going, listen, we're still like recovering from the whole Russell Wilson debacle. This is going to be our year. We're going to see who's like ready to carry over to next season. And if they're competitive, awesome. If not, we'll take it as it comes.
Yeah, what we're gonna see, like, obviously, like if Bo Nix sucks, then we're not gonna see this at all. And I don't think he's gonna suck. I don't know if he'll be great this year, but like there's talented dudes. Marvin Mims is talented. Don't you even fucking think about it. Marvin Mims is talented. Troy Franklin. One of those 2 guys should emerge as a very good wide receiver. But until we see that, like, you can't bet on it, right? Lucas Kroll, okay? Nobody outside of Broncos country knows who the hell Kroll is. But last year, in very limited snaps, he looked way better than any of our other receiving tight ends. Adam Troutman, God bless him, is just slow. He is just, Will Keys and I had a running joke, like, will we ever see Adam Troutman break a tackle? And he finally did, and it was glorious. Greg Dulcich can't stay healthy. So maybe a guy like Lucas Kroll kind of emerges. Like, this season's like about finding some of your hidden gems. Yes. And then next offseason, the Broncos will have a lot of cap space, and they can start to do whatever they want. In terms Dulcich. Of like, let's go sign these free agents. We have all our draft picks now, thank God, for a while. But yeah, I'll put the Broncos at finishing last. Can't suck. Won't suck.
All right, so you're having the Broncos finish last.
Yeah, I'm going to, and one, to me, it's like a coin toss between the Broncos and Raiders still.
Yeah.
But just to keep my expectations low, yeah, I'll say last. Why should I have hope? I'm going to wait for the preseason to falsely trick me into believing this team is great.
So you have 1 Chiefs, 2 Chargers, 3 Raiders, 4 Broncos.
Yes.
All right. I got 1 Chiefs, 2 Raiders, 3
Ooh.
Chargers, 4 Broncos. Again, I just really, really like the defense. I really, really like the defense.
All right, your second place team, Raiders.
Yeah.
Can they get more than 10 wins?
Could they? Sure. I don't think they do.
Yeah, to me, the AFC West feels
I don't think you're having 2 teams from the West. Because and I
think
just
you have,
think it's just too much of a gauntlet in the AFC, man.
I feel like the Chiefs 15-2, and then you got what 9-8 Chargers or Raiders, 8-9, and then one team is like 5 wins.
I learned.
Probably.
I've learned over the years. Perna had who's really close to the AFC West. I learned. I was like, oh, they're gonna do so well. No. I legit need to see it. I need to see it from the Dolphins. I need to see it from the Chargers. There's a few teams I'm like, I need to see it.
I'd honestly feel better. I feel better about the Chargers than the Dolphins this year.
Oh, that's
a hot
not
take.
good, Brandon. That's really bad.
That's a hot take. That's a bad take for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I know. If you're the Dolphins, that's rough.
They've got to get like 80 guys out of the infirmary. That's why.
That's fair. We gonna see. But yeah, the Chargers do have a little bit of an easier schedule. They do. Their schedule's not god awful. So we'll see. Perna, we did it.
Yeah, we did.
Look at that. We covered the AFC West. Look at us.
Let's see. Where's the FBI at? Are they monitoring you, Simeon? They're monitoring you? They're watching. Don't you forget it,
What do you got
Simeon.
coming up, buddy?
Today, probably a short.
Nice.
Yesterday I did a video about the oldest players to score in all the major sports. So check that. And then Barks, through many technical issues, has finished the 2020 season. 34 minutes long. That will be up either Thursday or Friday. Also, I'm going to be gone Friday, so no show Friday.
Oh. All right. Cool beans. I recorded hockey content yesterday. So that's going to be a longer video. I've really been getting into hockey the past couple years, but I think the presentation of hockey is not great. So yeah, have a bit of a longer video on that. A bit of a different one. And I'll be streaming tonight. Coach Season 4. We did a 7-hour stream last night for the West Saga. It will not be 7 hours for Season 4, but we go get it. I'm tired. I need to take a nap or something.
Oh, nice.
But folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Monday then. Perna, Monday?
Yes, Monday.
Okay, let's go. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
You've reached your destination. Yes, always watch out for pedestrians. Carmi was asking why I wouldn't drive our car on the sidewalk yesterday. She's like, how come you can't drive on the sidewalk over there? I was like, well, we don't want to hit people. And I said, do you want me to hit people with my car? And she goes,